Welcome back to the Sidetrack Railroad and designing a 24-volt, 7.5-inch gauge Ride-On Locomotive. Part 12, Motorized Trucks Showdown. Today we're going to be comparing some of the available motorized truck options that I've been able to find on the internet. If you know of other options, please let me know down in the comments. These are the options I'm looking at, so we're going to dive into the specs and cost of each and figure out which is best for our application. We'll be looking at some trucks from Accucraft, we'll be looking at some trucks from Backyard Train Company, and we'll be looking at some trucks from Pike River Shops. First, let's talk about power and price. Now, all of these are going to be expensive. As you can see, the Accucraft and Backyard Train Company offerings have similar motor wattages and a similar price. The Pike River Shops trucks don't actually list their motor wattage, and they have a much higher price. But those trucks are built to order, and you can probably request whatever motor you want on there. Accucraft is the only company that offers these individually, but without a matching non-powered truck, that is kind of useless. So let's take those numbers and see what we can come up with. Of course, these are best guesses since we don't have actual amperage ratings for these motors, and in some cases don't even have a wattage rating. But theoretically, what we're seeing is that we could drive the Accucraft trucks off of one Sabertooth 2x32 or a pair of Siren 50s. We could drive the Backyard Train Company trucks off of either two Sabertooth 2x32s or four Siren 25s, maybe? And we're going to use a theoretical 750 watts for the motor size on the Pike River Shop trucks, which gives us a theoretical 32 amps, which means two Sabertooth 2x32s or four Siren 50s, just to be safe. So at these make-believe numbers, does this mean a single Siren 25 or even a single Siren 50 configuration is just completely useless? And to look back at the Accucraft setup, for parallel motor wiring, the matching motors are what should be wired together, which would give us 36 amps for one set of motors and 22 amps for the other set, and that would not work with the single Sabertooth. So that would push us into two Siren 50s at even the low end there. So now does that make the single Sabertooth configuration useless and you're always using either two Sirens or two Sabertooths? And have we possibly found a use case for four Siren 25s, even though I'm not a fan of those? Unfortunately, we're just left with more questions than answers because we don't have any actual real motor specs to work off of. So, if you're out there watching this and you happen to own any of these motorized trucks, or any other motorized trucks that are not mentioned here, please let us know what the continuous and stall amps are on that motor, how many motors you're running, and that would give us a better idea here for me to do some calculations with. Now, the Accucraft option is the cheapest, and it doesn't include an electromagnetic brake, which I like, but we can probably get that as an option on the Pike River ones as well. They also offer the trucks individually, which I guess is nice, but it seems kind of pointless if you don't offer a matching non-powered version. The Pike River Shops option, however, is the most highly recommended from what I've seen, but it's also the most expensive unless you're a welder. That can shave quite a bit of cost off of it. It's about $2,500 for an unwelded kit of parts, no wheels, no axles, no motors, versus the 6,200 for an entire welded together kit with everything you need ready to run. But with our cheapest option starting at $3,000, everything is just super expensive. If you are a machinist or welder in this hobby, maybe help out your friends that are more electronically inclined. That could help save them quite a bit of money, and it's just a little bit of your time. Thanks for joining me. If you've enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.